This is where a leap of faith comes into the picture. So I am going to use the Crafter Square acrylic paint in white. I have my paintbrush that is dedicated to this sort of a thing. And don't forget your paper towel. All right, here we go. Pat that out a little bit. Just going to drag out the paint. And here we go. Yeah, it's very translucent. There's no white here at all. So I'm hoping that this works well as a sealer, but I do need some white on here. And unfortunately, I also need some wax paper. I am so sorry. I will try not to cackle. I don't know what else to use. It's nice and thin, very inexpensive. Maybe if I lay it on thick. In the monitor, it is doing what I want it to do, but let's see what happens after I dry it. So I have my heat gun here. I know I've said this before, but you can use a hair dryer if you don't have one of these. Thing with a hair dryer is they're very powerful. So if you have like a diffuser that you can put on the end of it, then it won't like make wind. There you go. I cannot decide if I need more white on this or not. Alright, that doesn't have to be perfect, but it looks good, doesn't it? Pull that up a little bit. And push it over a little bit. Okay. And make it straight a little bit. Do I want more white? If I bring this down far enough, I could use something with 2 words in it, like Hello Autumn or Welcome Fall. I kind of would like to use this because I think this one, Blessed, I can probably use like at Christmas time or something. Give thanks. You know what? Right now, that doesn't matter. What do I want to do? I think I do want to put some more white on it, and this time I will use the white paint, my acrylic white paint from Deco Art. And I am going to do what is called a dry brushing on this. My brush was in the water, but just by using a paper towel and squeezing, I can get most of the water out, and I am going to do a dry brush technique. I'm sticking to the other page. I gave that a coat of paint because I had some out. It's sticky. Alright, so just drag out your paint a little bit and go back and forth because I'm just hardly even going to touch this. Well, maybe it's not a dry brush technique because guess what? If you use a dry brush technique, you're using a really dry brush. Not dry, but I want it to be streaky like this. And this will take no time to dry. Really toning down that red background. Let me see if I can cover up this. Well, that's not really good, is it? Let's take some of that off. Good enough. I have to stop picking at this. I will let that dry, and while I have my paint out, I'll give this other side a coat of the paint so I don't waste it. This is rather dry, so I put my pumpkin back on. And I'm going to use Welcome Fall right there. And like the other time, we have to figure out what to paint that. Mindful thinking. Mindful thinking will get your brain off things that bother you, because you have to concentrate on what you're doing. And it is like a vacation for those of us that need a vacation just for a little while. I just noticed there's an L missing and I don't see it. Good thing I saw it now. I would have saw it when I was starting to paint it. So we will go from Welcome Fall, isn't that funny, to Hello Autumn. That's fine. Always make do with what you have. Okay, so here's Hello Autumn. We're going to flip it over and try these colors. So this one is the Sunset Yellow. These are watercolor pens. And you can use whatever you have. You can use acrylic paints. I don't think that's the right color. Maybe it is, and maybe it isn't. Let's see. Honey. Let's see what happens with honey. It's brighter. This color up here is the honey, and it is brighter. But is it too bright? Bumblebee yellow. I knew there was a bumblebee yellow in there. Let's try this letter and see what it looks like. These are nice pens. They were a gift. A Christmas gift from my daughter a few Christmases ago. All right, so I am going for the orange. And I believe it was the honey. Or was it Sunset Yellow? I don't know. Honey. I think it was honey. Let me see. Yes. Yes, it's the honey. All right. And I think for the heck of it, because I'm doing it on the back, I am going to see what happens if I put just some, with the bubble wrap, some spotting. I don't think I'm going to like it, but I want to try it.